Cade, coming into the third inning, just what was that like to start off, all the relievers coming in and getting this win?
Yeah, I mean, I had an idea that it could be early. I mean, we'd seen that all series that we were ready to go to the bullpen early, but, just kind of really live out the mentality. It's all hands on deck. Just whatever it takes to win the game today. That's what we were prepared for down there, and could have been anybody, any one of those guys was ready to go in.
Questions here in the front?
Standing in the dugout 1-1, what's your reaction when you see that ball by Lane Thomas?
Yeah,
that was awesome. I mean, so much fun to watch. Like, what a timely hit, and huge, for the momentum too, just to shift things and kind of really feel like we're rolling, and just awesome.
Here in the back?
AJ talked about how you, Gaddis, and Clase have been able to pitch almost every game and still do it at a high level despite them seeing you so often. So how are you able to do that, and how rare do you think it is that you guys have so many guys that can do that?
I mean, I think it does speak again to the mentality of all hands on deck. Like, in the bullpen there, it's whatever it takes. Every one of us is trying to prepare as best we can for our name to be called at any point. And as far as, doing it every day, we have kind of some days in between. It's been a little bit of a different pace. But again, just whatever we can do to prepare and really go out and compete. That's what makes it fun, is going out there, competing, and playing in a game like that is a blast to be a part of.
Here in the front.
Your first playoff experience, Saturday to Saturday, 5 games, 2 elimination games. Where are your emotions at? How do you feel this experience so far?
Yeah, I'm not taking it for granted at all. This is a special thing to be a part of for sure. And it has been a ton of fun. Great atmospheres both home and on the road, and now going on the road again, anticipating the same. But seeing the group just, really rally together and, not be afraid to compete and fight back, and even if our backs have been up against the wall in the elimination games, to still know that we can do that and get the job done. We just got to stay within ourselves and play our game.
Along the wall here.
Cade, the blueprint for success in the postseason over the last decade or so has been rooted so many times in bullpens. Just with your first postseason experience, what have you learned about the mentality of all hands on deck in a series like this?
Yeah, I think it's, actually kind of living it out is seeing how early it could be in some cases, and, understanding that really all that matters at the end of the day is we win the game. And so everything that you do in and around the building is going to be shaped about that, of how can I put myself in the best position to be ready to perform, so I can compete and, leave everything I have out there on the field for the team, and knowing that, I didn't have anything held back. I didn't, I'm not going to have any regrets walking away from the way that I competed, regardless of how the outcome turns out.
Here in the front.
I'm not sure how many times you faced the Yankees this season, but what are your recollections, and what do you think of that lineup?
I think, again, it goes to we have to stay within ourselves. We have to play our game. We have to not be intimidated by a big crowd and, sold-out stadium and big names and whatever. We've played good teams all year. We've competed with them all year. We are, a good baseball team. That's why we're here. And it goes to show that, at the end of the day, it could be one pitch that swings the game. And so we have to do our best to keep ourselves in the game, in that position, and swing it in our favor.
Take one more question here, Paul.
Cade, I think you and Heron pitched in every game in this series. I was just wondering, physically, how do you do that, and how do you feel right now?
I feel great right now. I mean, this has been so much fun. And again, we're going to do what we can to prepare tonight, tomorrow, rest up, get our work in tomorrow, and be ready to go on Monday. And again, prepare in a way that we can leave everything out on the field and not have any regrets about how that goes.
All right, Cade, congratulations.